They don't like your quarterback. So my defense all trying to get them sacks. With the ball in the air, secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there. He be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire. Come to give your team hell. Clock in, D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Go defense, defense, go defense, defense, gone, defense, defense, clock in, D, yeah, it's time to go to work. I know I said at the beginning of this track, man, that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple D, you know what I'm saying? Clock Dallas doomsday. Listen what the hot boys tell them. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Yeah, I smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See the star on the field, you gon' meet D-Law. Thinking you an outlaw, we sending the predator. Jalen Smith scoop up the whole field, so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunter. LVE, tackling Dutchman coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods, plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds. The hot boys shining. Clock in, D, yeah, it's time to go to work. They say, defense wins championships. We're here in Dallas, we got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense all trying to get them sacks. With the ball in the air, secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there. He be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire. Come to give your team hell. Clock in, D, yes.
The 2019 Dallas Cowboys season is only a few months from kicking off, but this year, let's do things a little different. Instead of just watching games at home or just going to a game, let's actually experience our Dallas Cowboys, just like West Coast does. Cowboys Experience is my one-stop shop for all my Cowboys game day weekends. Their packages are all inclusive, including 2 nights hotel accommodation. We'll pick you up and drop you off at the airport and game. Want to hang out and get autographs from current and former Cowboy greats like Drew Pearson? If you're ready to experience the Dallas Cowboys like no other, make sure you inbox West Coast or go to cowboysexperience.com today. The 2019 Dallas Cowboys season is...
This is Ray Williams. Thank you so much for hanging out with us with Dallas Cowboys Scout.
Appreciate it.
My man West Coast in this buck.
Thank you for watching West Coast. Shout out West Coast. Dallas Cowboys. You know, it's always love over here. Raider, Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
Did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we are live in the building. Appreciate you guys for tuning in this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm not the show, but I hope you guys enjoyed the song. That's my boy Starboy, hottest Dallas Cowboys song out right now. Called Clock In Defense, Time to Go to Work. Yeah. Well, he don't got the yeah in there, but I love when he does that. It just makes it, just get you all ready to go. But yo, man, I am your boy West Coast. Boss Cowboy is in the field right now at training camp. He was in an area, I guess, where they couldn't have the phone on. I already sent them the link, so as soon as he is able to get somewhere where he's actually able to actually show us some stuff, then he'll actually come on. But I want to be honest with you, yesterday was kind of a treat because they typically don't let you go live at camp, but he was there with my boy Ronnie Braxton, our friend Ronnie Braxton, who was a personal training coach for a few of the Cowboy players. So we was able to get some access yesterday that we weren't able to normally get. So hey, it's always good to have friends in high places, right? Or friends that know friends that know friends, right? You know what I'm talking about? So yo, before we get on here, let's give a shout out real quick. Let's talk to the regulars. Let's talk to the folks who always come through and show some love. And if you're new, I appreciate you. Hey, as I say this, man, make sure you guys give your boy West Coast a share. I usually do a lot of sharing, but I got some weird notice from Facebook saying that I couldn't pretty much share my own content. So I need you guys to share, so make sure you guys share as I call your name out real quick. Carrie, what up with you, Carrie? I see you. Actually, let me get YouTube up too. Let me get YouTube up. All right, bam. All right, so we got YouTube up. As soon as that comes up, I'll start shouting some folks out over there too. Let me make sure this is turned down though. YouTube, y'all come in blasting. All right, so bam. All right, so we in there like swimwear. All right, so what's up with you, my boy Tom over on YouTube? What's up with you, big man? What's up with you, Dwayne? How you doing? What's up with you, Steven? He says, what's up with Cowboy and West? What's up, Boss Cowboy and West Coast? What's up with you, man? Vato, what up, man? My Vato, what up? Or Vato. It looked like Vato to me. I like it. What up with you, LaDennis? What's up with you, Tom? What's up with you, Quincy Williams? What's up with you? And Tyrone Church, what's up with you, man? Tyrone says, I hear they close on a Dak contract talk. Can't for week one, man. Okay, I don't get what you. Let me know what you're talking about, and I'll definitely expound on that. Real quick, I just want to tell you guys that I haven't. Hey, what's up with you, Jacob? He says, hey fam, what's up? Where's Boss Cowboy at? Man, Boss Cowboy's at practice right now. I was actually just talking to him about 15-20 minutes ago. He said they was lightweight tripping on the live feed, but he was gonna try to get somewhere where he can be, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when they get to training camp in Dallas, like, they really get aggressive on them videos as far as people video and stuff like that. They don't mind you taking pictures, but they start getting real aggressive about that. So you already know, we scouts in the field. We ain't tripping. We still going to take a chance to get you guys that information. But as soon as my boy beeps me, we'll get him on the line and show you guys some action. But, yo, let's just kind of talk about some stuff we heard yesterday or some stuff we saw yesterday that was not reported on. One thing that I liked that Boss Cowboy talked about yesterday is he gave us an update on my boy TC. You know what I'm talking about? My boy TC. You know what I'm saying? My boy TC, and that's Tyron Christensen, quarterback. I always get it. I always say his school wrong, but he went. If Carson Wentz went to North Dakota, he went to South Dakota. He went to the school opposite of Carson Wentz. This is a kid who is a very athletic a very athletic quarterback. Really, probably one of the faster guys on the Dallas Cowboys currently. And there was a rumor that a couple weeks ago that they had put him at wide receiver. And yesterday, it wasn't nice to see it, but it was nice to have Boss Cowboy out there in the field, and he did confirm it that my boy TC number 5 was wearing wide receiver gloves. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the dude is only like 5 foot nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he is out there wearing wide receiver gloves, like, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of surprised me just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Simply because I'm like, that is not his, that is not his skill set. You know what I'm saying? His skill set, yes, he can be an athlete. Yes, he is an athlete. But, I mean, man, when are the Dallas Cowboys going to at least allow people to fail at what they did in college? Like, if you're going to draft somebody, you should at least allow them to fail at whatever it is that you drafted them in college for first. Because you got to remember, all that film that you were doing on that person to draft him was on another position, at another position. So it's like you see that exact same thing with Connor Williams, man. And this guy wasn't even drafted. This guy's an undrafted free agent. But still, man, when I was at training camp out here, there was literally days where the first day when I was out there, my boy TC was killing it. Like, he was having himself a good day. So you would have been under the assumption that the Dallas Cowboys would have given him an opportunity to at least play somewhat in the blue and white game. But as you've seen in that blue and white game, we ain't even going to get to the San Francisco 49er game, but in that blue and white game, even in that game, they did not give him the opportunity to play at all. Not even one snap. You know what I'm saying? So when the Dallas Cowboys came with that foolishness talking about, yeah, we're about to turn this 5'0" guy into a dang wide receiver, I instantly was like, no, please, Lord, don't do it. Please, Lord, because you guys got to remember, part of the reason why I like my boy TC so much was on the simple fact that we finally had a backup quarterback who at least mimicked what our quarterback does. Like, Dak Prescott's strengths are in his athleticism. So it's like, if he was to go down, if something was to happen and he wasn't going to be able to play, then guess what? He would need a quarterback. You would need a quarterback that kind of mimics his skill set. And if you don't have a quarterback that really mimics his skill set, then guess what? When you bring that other quarterback in there, then guess what? Then you're gonna have some type of drop off. You're gonna have some type of change in the offense. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm very curious to see, in this third preseason game, what's gonna happen. In this third preseason game, that is when you typically see the starters. You know what I'm saying? That's when you typically see the starters. You're going to see your starting offense for at least a quarter and a half, and then you're going to see your backups kind of fader in. This is my thing, right? Because technically we should be talking about this game on freaking Saturday. Because if we were in the regular season right now, I would not be talking about contracts. I wouldn't be talking about, unfortunately, I wouldn't be talking about Zeke. I wouldn't be talking about any of this. Why? I would be talking about these damn Texans that's supposed to come in. They got to get the full blunt of the sword. You know what I'm saying? But since this is preseason, I will divvy away a little bit and kind of talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But this is my thoughts on it. If this is a real preseason schedule that the Dallas Cowboys are running, and if they're really being truthful about Tony Pollard being the starting running back and getting him prepared, remember Jerry Jones said it, Stephen Jones said it, and then the running back coach actually said it. Hey, I got to get this guy prepared as if Zeke may not be here. So my thing is this: if they are really prepared to not have Zeke play in this first game, you'll know this week one. You'll know in this preseason game. You want to know why? This is why. If Tony Pollard plays a large amount of time in this third preseason game, then guess what? The Dallas Cowboys are preparing themselves to not have Zeke on a real football level. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, on a real football level, they really haven't been preparing themselves or showing that Ezekiel Elliott's not going to be here. Because you're not going to tell me that you're going to play the guy that's supposed to be replacing your starting running back 8 total runs. You gave him 8 total runs and 10 total plays. Think about this. In Zeke's first game as a rookie, coming into the NFL 2016, third game against the Seattle Seahawks, he played 3 series, a whole quarter. He had 7 carries for 52 yards. That was enough. That's what you do with a starting running back to get him ready, to get him acclimated for pass blocking and things like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, after that Rams game, we all know Tony P needs a little bit of help on his pass blocking, but it's all good. Every rookie running back needs help in their pass blocking, well, except for Ezekiel Elliott. He didn't need any help with his pass blocking, but he was also a 4th overall pick, so we get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Every rookie is gonna need those opportunities to hone their skills and get themselves ready. So if the Dallas Cowboys are really serious, if they really want us to buy what they're selling about Tony P possibly being our starting running back, then guess what? I should see an abundance of carries from him in this third preseason game. Real talk. Because if they go out there and they do the same crap that they've been doing, where they literally just let them play for a series, they let them play for like 3-4 games, then guess what? That should let you know that they're basically still in their mind using him in a backup facility, because in the third preseason game, Dak should play an immense amount of time. Your starting offensive line should play an immense amount of time. At some point, when do you start finding out what these guys are going to be able to give you in the 2019 season? You're not just going to wait until week 1. Like, nobody does that. Tom Brady's about to play this week, and if Tom Brady can play, why the hell Dak can't play? Like, why can't he play for an extended amount of time? Why can't our offensive line play for an extended amount of time? We need to see what our actual offense is. Our 27th ranked offense, the one that only averaged 22 points, that was after Amari Cooper came on our team. Because before he came to our team, guess what? We only averaged 18 points a game. So, with that, I want to know, what is it that our offense is going to be able to do? We need to be able to do something in this third game. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, there is no team in America that is good enough to go out there and pack this one whole offense and then switch it overnight and play a whole different offense with rookies. That doesn't make any sense. That makes absolutely no sense. So, in this third game against the Texans, a team that's not even in our division, we don't even play them in the regular season. The only reason that we would play the Texans again is if we play them in the Super Bowl. It's the only way we're going to play the Texans again. So, since that is the case, we should definitely see something different from our offense. And the utilization should be different. You know what I'm saying? From our offense and what they're going to do with Tony P. That's real. If they're being honest about the stories that they're selling about him being our possible starting running back, then guess what? We should see it. We should see it. I think we just got Boss Cowboy chimed in real quick.
Yeah, I didn't know you sent me that Zoom, bro. I'm sorry.
It's all good, brother.
With Matthew, bro.
I believe I got you, but go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, and go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, and let me find out what's going on, and tell me what's going on with practice.
What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up with you, man?
That brother right inside the store.
I heard that, man.
We out here trying to educate some of the Say, man, we having a nice little debate up here, bro. It's a nice little debate. We actually not watching this much film. We actually doing way too much talking to be watching. I'm gonna actually do in more so. But what's up?
Okay, so man, what are we seeing out there, man? How's it going out there, man? What's the feel of practice? What's everything going? You know what I'm saying? How's everything going out there today?
Yeah, man. Well, a couple of things that's weird already, man. I'm gonna try to actually turn my screen to show it real quick. Give me a second, but man. That quarterback that you like right now, man, they got him playing receiver. So, which is super weird to me because, I know you was real out here, but they got him currently playing receiver, brother. So that's I don't get that at all. That's very weird to me. I'm trying to show it. Give me 1 second. And I have a good viewpoint, so y'all should be able to see it today.
Okay, tell me what you see.
So a couple of things right now is so they had a quarterback, I forgot his name, but they have him playing receiver, which is weird to me. Another thing that I noticed is Dak is not taking a lot of snaps on team. So that makes me say that he's starting to kind of gear towards holding out a little bit. Because this would be the game that you still would be trying to gear up his snaps, because usually by preseason 3, we all know that they probably get a starters 3 quarters generally to get him a real good dress rehearsal before the season starts. But they've been running more so pretty much all team without Dak. The only time I saw Dak was on 7-on-7. They not running Dak at all on team. So that tells me he more than likely is pulling back too, trying to put a little bit of pressure on the Cowboys to pull him back. Till he get his money. That's what I would assume. So the couple of things. Let me look at my notes real quick. I took some notes. Give me a second. A second. Yeah, that was the main thing that I noticed. Is that Dak is not taking team snaps, bro, and that's very weird right now. Very weird. This exactly would be the game in which he would. And what was also weird is I was listening to Brian Broaddus this morning as I was headed to this practice, and I heard him say they might not pay Dak. And that was the first time I heard anybody say that.
Dang,
So
who said that?
What?
Who said that?
I heard Brian Broaddus say that, and he said it on the fan. And see, I don't know if that's them trying to pressure Dak this week, because I predicted this would be the week that they would use Jalen. They would use Jalen as fuel to try to say, okay, we want team friendly, and it would be this week. That's what I predicted, right? That they want to give it one more week to try to get them to cave before they cave. So that might be their stalling tactic, or that might be their last hardball tactic, or they real life going crazy, because how do you not pay your quarterback? I just don't get that. I don't get that.
Yeah, man, and this is also something that kind of perturbs me, man. It's like the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, you say Jalen Smith did it the right way. I get it, he did it the right way, but it's like, so does that mean Dak Prescott need to go blow his leg out and then come back after a year in order to make his money? I mean, I don't see if I'm a Dallas Cowboy player, I don't see the trend of how I'm going to get paid in Dallas. Because it's like, how is Jalen Smith a Cowboy more of doing it the right way than Dak Prescott, who you didn't even want and played ridiculously low? And then think about like this, man. I dropped a video this morning. I appreciate everybody for supporting it, man, and I hope you guys continue to support it. But I did a video this morning, man, and I just put out some numbers. It's like Jalen Smith has only played 22 games for the Dallas Cowboys in a Dallas Cowboy uniform. How can you overlook the fact that Dak has played 51 games? Bro, that's 20-something games more. That's a whole double of a season. He has doubled the amount of games that Jalen Smith has played. I don't see how that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's real weird, man. Hey, Ronnie, let me see your phone real quick. I want to do the show with the ball they're talking about with Wentz. And my boy got some league NFL players. Is it okay if I show what they were saying about Dak versus Wentz? So real quick. So my boy, he asked, is Dak worth 30? And somebody said, yes, he is. Then somebody asked, my boy,
no, he asked him, was he tripping for turning down 30?
Oh, then Kayvon said, yes, he's tripping. Then Kayvon also said, how much is Wentz, right? And so he answered it. Then he came back and said 11 and 11. And what does 11 and 11 mean?
It means spend the same thing.
Right. So basically, NFL players, after you educated him on how much Wentz is enumerated, they was like, oh, well, basically.
This man right here just said this, and this is real shit.
Now, who is that man?
I don't know. He said, they're not the same two talents.
I ain't trying to hear that, man.
They're not. That man can stay healthy over there in Philly. It's true.
I mean, if it was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Nick Foles kind of body.
But yeah, let me get back to the show, man. I ain't trying to do that. But yeah, man. But like I was just saying, NFL players was actually just saying, yeah, we can have lunch. Like NFL players was just saying, West Coast, to my partner who trained them, that they supposed to get at least the same. Now, most people, when you kind of trying to debate this, gonna debate it more so like, to your point, Dak don't deserve it. But when you compare him, right, he's supposed to get paid. So, and see what I don't like right now is it's starting to affect the preparation. It's affecting the preparation because I'm looking at the camp right now, and he's not working with the team. He's not getting team snaps. And this running for working with a whole bunch of NFL players, the third preseason is where they're supposed to get the most reps. But don't that usually the case? And so you was out there working with the Texans, right? You working with them this week, right? You was working with Hopkins, right? So who was out there getting the reps with the first team? Exactly. So we looking at real time West Coast, our quarterback not getting the preparation that other quarterbacks and other top weapons are getting. And it's more so because of this contract.
Yeah, let's just be real. Let's just be real, Boss Cowboy. It would be very convenient.
Oh man, come on, that's Watson, bro. I'm not seeing.
I watched this man come out here, and I watched it in 2 days for 4 games.
Hello, Boss Cowboy, can you hear me?
You talking about Watson? You literally talking about probably the best.
We talking about perfect practice.
perfect practice. But you're also talking about somebody who got Hopkins, Will Fuller, and Kiki. Who Kiki's second in separation in the whole league, bro. Weapons matter, bro. Come on, man. You said yourself when you came out here that they don't have weapons.
I'm telling y'all, you don't get number 21 seasons.
Basically, West Coast, I'm going in between conversation and actually watching.
Okay, but we got a couple questions. So real quick,
because he actually trains the Texans and a whole lot of other teams, so he can actually tell you what's going on in other camps. So when you look at the other camps, what he's saying for training other people around the NFL is that they are putting their starters out there now. What you seeing right now with Dallas is their key starters are not playing. You're not seeing Coop out there. You're not seeing Zeke out there, and you're not seeing Dak out there right now. And this is supposed to be the game that they're supposed to be getting their last, or the practice. They're supposed to be getting their last dress rehearsal, and they're not dressing, brother.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to say.
I'm looking at it right here. I'm looking at it live.
I don't think you can hear me. Hey, can you hear me, boss?
Hold on real quick. Say that again.
Can you hear me?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say, Wes?
I said I don't think you can. Hey, pull away a little bit so I can have a conversation.
Oh, you gonna go through the phone? Oh, okay. You say okay. Call me. I answer.
Hello.
Go ahead and call me.
All right. So, what I was saying is, if Dak Prescott does not practice today, bro, there's a good chance that he won't play on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
I would say he's practicing, but he's not getting team. He's not getting team drills. And I would say the same thing, and I agree with that. And I said that actually before the show started. I said the fact that he's not getting any snaps in team tells me he more than likely not going to play at all or very little in his third preseason game.
Yeah, and think about this, man. Think about this. I think that it's just funny how stuff changes after people get blasted at that Rams game. Dak Prescott got hit after that Blast game, that Blast game. When have you ever heard of a team not playing their starters week 3? This is the only time that you're really gonna get a real base look on a good defense. So I believe he still will play, but I think they're also setting it up for him to play very, very sparingly.
Yeah, exactly, man. You don't hear this and see what's happening right now. Is the business tactics of Dallas is getting in the way of football. That's what's going on. Is they trying to get these guys to take team-friendly deals, and so what it's doing is affecting preparation. And see, the sad thing about that is if they start slow, the players are going to be to blame. But the problem is, if you've been really keeping up with the norms of football, it's really the front office decisions that's affecting the way to be prepared for the start of the season. And so what I think is kind of going on is they kind of take it for granted the start of division games. They thinking the Giants going to be a pushover. They thinking the Redskins going to be a pushover. And I think they think we're going to run over Miami with just B players. So what they're doing is saying, I'm going to use the first three games as our preseason, when really, you really don't want, in my opinion, especially somebody like Zeke, to start like week 3 or 4, because we all know historically Zeke starts slow. So if Zeke starts slow and you really kind of get his contract done around week 4, then you're probably going to see a slower week 4, week 5, and week 6. And you don't want that. And now you're risking injury, you're risking a whole lot of different stuff just because they're trying to get them to come with team-friendly deals.
Yeah, that's true. And the cool thing about it is, think about this. The deal, how friendly is the deal really going to be if you don't get your benefits from what you're trying to get from? You want to sign these guys so that they can play for you. So even if you get them signed and they don't play well, how does that benefit you? How is that team friendly? If they don't play well because of this whole not having the ability to get out there, then how are you going to that doesn't make any sense. You want to make sure you do that. Hey, well, hold up real quick. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. I don't know who posted that, but whoever posted under Dallas Cowboys Scouting, please post under your regular name. Go ahead. Boss Cowboy, you still with me?
Yeah, man, they mismanaging this bad, bro. They straight up mismanaging the hell out of this. At all. And see, when you really understand it, you don't feel it. But people that don't understand the norms, they co-signing this stuff, man. Yeah. This is no. Yeah, this is crazy. This should have at least 2 of these people.
Matter of fact, Dak is easy. To me, Amari can wait maybe next year.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, West Coast.
Shoot.
Okay, I think I can hear you better.
Yeah, because I can hear you fine, but you need some headphones, man.
Hold on real quick. Okay, go ahead.
Nothing. I was just saying you just need some headphones. But yeah, you're absolutely right. They're asking what's going on at practice. What they doing at practice?
Well, I mean, the practice is like looking real kind of extra average right now, to be honest. Because you don't have your best players. Oh, they done? Sure. So practice just finished, man. It was like a real like super dress rehearsal.
Yeah, because you want to know why? Because you want to know why though, boss? You want to know why though? Because this is technically day number 2.
Man, for the offense, I think this is probably even more so for the fans. And I was saying this actually earlier, man. I don't know if you can hear me okay.
I can hear you.
Facility now, they got a lot of loud music. But one of the things that was bothering me, West Coast, man, and this is just honest to God, real talk. I was talking to a lot of NFL like scouts and stuff, and met some, and some of them asked me, why does Dallas have open practices now? Like at this point, other teams have closed their practices. They literally have closed it. There's no more open practices across the league.
Yeah.
But Dallas,
that's true. That's very true.
Mix business with football. So yeah, I'm glad as a fan that I get to go see it, and I'm glad I get to go cover it, especially since we're doing a show. But I would rather kind of be in the dark right now and be totally excluded out while they kind of trying to button up and get prepared for the season. So I keep seeing signals over and over. The closer I look at the way Dallas handles their business, is that they're constantly mixing business and football. They never really keep it football. They always got to say, how can we be in the news? How can we be in the headlines? How can we be the top of the talking points versus how can we win? Because everything they're doing right now is winning in terms of making news, but everything that we also doing right now is losing in terms of preparation.
Yeah. Also, something else that my scout D said, the Dallas Cowboys had a passing in their family. Babe, I hate saying his last name, but my boy Babe, his son passed away from cancer, so that might be the reason why they cut practice a little short today too. Also,
When they had Coach Gamble on reporter saying some bullshit, so they had to sign off and let Taylor go.
Hold on real quick, Winston.
Amir says, dude, the reason why they don't play every game in preseason because they need rest for the regular season or they will get weared out. Slap yourself, Michael. That is not the reason. These are 22-year-old, 24-year-old men. Did you see Ezekiel Elliott after he didn't play last year in the preseason? It took him 3 games before he even looked like himself. Did you see Ezekiel Elliott his first season? It took him 3 games to even look like himself. His first game he had 50 yards. His first game he had 48 yards. His second game he had like 52. There is no resting themselves so they can wear out. Like that makes absolutely no sense. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't play week 4. You know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to play week 3. Tom Brady is probably the oldest person in the NFL behind number 91 on our team. And guess what? He's playing this week. So I don't want to hear nothing about nobody. They're resting them because they're tired. What are you talking? What are they tired for? What do they do? What do they do? What are they tired for? You know what I'm saying? Nah, no. My boy Kerry says that's always our problem. It's like they don't prepare anyone until week 1. That's why we were 3-5 last week. Last year, you're absolutely right. There's a reason why we started off the season 3-5. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why Zeke started off slow last season. You know what I'm saying? Kerry says, Michael Bill slap. Hey, slap yourself, Mike. It's all good. We all get a slap yourself every now and then. But Buddha says slap, slap, slap. Curtis says, man, this is the most important week of preseason if you ask me. It absolutely is, because you got to think, this is the only time in preseason that you're going to see a starting defense for free. And this is actually a pretty good starting defense. The only person that's going to be missing is Jadeveon Clowney. He's the only one that's going to be missing. I don't know if boss muted me or, I mean, he muted himself or what's going to happen. So yeah. So I mean, there's no way.
No,
okay.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, Buddha.
You went out. You on mute again.
Come on now, that didn't get a lot of reps, man. Today, and it's just weird, man. It's like, you know, especially if he don't play a lot. Like if he don't play a lot this game, it's more than likely gonna be because of him. And he's gonna be the one that elects to get out. He could be like, nah, I don't want to play because of a contract. And versus if they went ahead and paid him, then he would be like, and I'm paid, I can just go out there and play it and lose. But they not doing it like that. The only reason he wouldn't play 3 quarters right now is because he don't want to risk it. And then also, I was noticing that Tyron Smith didn't get any reps this week. Like, he didn't get any reps with the starters at left tackle. So now, if Dak was to play, you ask him Dak to go out there and play with somebody that's not as good, protecting his blind side. You know, so this is looking like a just total disaster in terms of preparation. But I mean, but if you go listen to a lot of radio stations, they call it, you know, this the moves that they're making genius. I'm hearing that was genius to sign Jalen. Oh, they just sent a message to him, and then look how tough Jerry is. Like Jerry said, he's committed to sticking with the team. If you was committed to sticking to the team, like you say you committed to sticking to the team, then you did. And I'm not commitment. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying a commitment. I'm saying a commitment to try to get them down to a certain number, but I'm not saying a commitment to winning. I'm saying a win. I'm saying a commitment to try to look like or not look. You trying to win against the agents versus trying to win the season.
Absolutely. So man, it's a lot. It's so much feedback. I can't really. It's hard to depict what you're saying, and then you going in and out. So we trying to cherry between the two. So if you're able to pick up what he's saying, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys for rocking it and staying along. But I mean, my boy Alfred says Dallas has something sneaky going on. I could definitely see that. I definitely 100% believe that, because there's something different. I mean, I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys have like given up on this season, but I definitely believe that there is a point where they are okay with counting their losses. And I just feel like at the end of the day, that a lot of this is going to come down to money, man. And in the fact of, are we going to have a successful 2019? It's not going to come down to the actual talent. It's going to come down to the money. Like, and that's crazy, because you always have the money. You're a billionaire. Like, we're a $1 billion industry, so we always have the money. And money is never, the money didn't stop Philadelphia Eagles from going over the cap and getting that Super Bowl in 2017. And everybody says drowned them out, but guess what? They were right back in the playoffs the very next year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get the narratives that the Dallas Cowboys are playing right now. I think it's 100%. I think it's 100% in their feelings right now. And you know, honestly, for the last 15, 20 minutes of this, I'm getting frustrated. I don't even want to talk about this crap, man. I want to talk about what the heck is going on this weekend, man, with this game against the Texans, and what I want to see and who I don't want to see. And, you know, with T. Smith possibly being out, you know what I'm saying? There's probably going to be a good chance that Dak won't play as much, because Dak, they're not. One thing I know about Tony Romo is when Tyron Smith did not play, Jerry Jones was not letting Tony Romo go out there. Why? Because that's the guy who protects his blind side. You know what I'm saying? So if T. Smith ain't playing a whole lot, I don't foresee Dak Prescott playing a whole lot in this game on Saturday. And I really need to make sure that Tony P play. Like, honestly, I don't care no more. Like, I need to know about what the hell is going to go on with my season. And if this was a regular season game and you told me that Zeke couldn't play because he was hurt, then guess what? Then you would be seeing a more healthy dose of your starting running back. Who the hell is going to be my starting running back? Jerry Jones, start selling me on the football field with who's going to take this kid's place. Because right now, I'm tripping. And you should be tripping. Like, flat out, if you're not tripping, if you're not sitting at home and you're thinking, oh my God, what the hell is going on with my season, then I'm going to tell you what type of fan you are. You're either a fan that's not attached to what's going on, because if you were attached with what you're going on, that's like someone telling you, hey, you can keep the car, we're just going to have the engine. The engine is sold separately. Guess what? The car ain't going to move. And that's fact.
The car ain't going to go.
The car ain't gonna move. Now think about this, right? For all those people who say, yeah, but we have Amari Cooper. Because, you know, when Amari Cooper, well, guess what? Amari Cooper's not even practicing. Like, he's not even practicing. So think about this. The three people in on your offense who are directly responsible for touching the ball the most. Think about this. The 4 people who touch the ball the most aren't practicing right now. Zeke ain't practicing right now. Dak ain't practicing right now. Travis Fredericks, praise God, he's practicing right now, but he didn't practice all last year. And Amari Cooper's not practicing. So you know what that lets me know? That we gonna have some turnovers. You wanna know why? Because it takes, first off, you have a brand new offense in there without Dak, Zeke, Cooper. That's a brand new offense. And that's what we're gonna see come Saturday. Now, I love it that it's a preseason game. But you know what I hate about the preseason game, Boss Cowboy? This is what I always say. If we don't let our starters or somewhat of our starting offense play, this will be a meaningless game. How do you have a meaningless preseason game? A preseason game is not supposed to be meaningless because you get so much tape. I get so much tape on players that I never really get to see, that I can actually make a conscious decision. But guess what? If we don't get no good play time, from our starters, then bro, how can Jerry Jones sell you on anything? You haven't seen anything. We scored 1 touchdown. We've scored 1 touchdown.
Hey, West Coast. That's another thing I forgot to mention too. Just keeping it all the way real. What you said was so big. I just wanted to repeat it a little bit from being out here. The explosion without Cooper on the field is almost non-existent.
It ain't none.
Is you can clearly see it, and you know, and then you can hear it. People in the stands are talking about it, man. It's a major lack of explosion when he's not on the field.
That's it, not on the field.
So we still might come out and look okay this preseason, but this is a D- preparation period for the front office and for
oh my God.
So if you say what should we be doing looking forward to this game, I'm gonna be looking for like more so the left tackle. I'm really gonna be watching him closely, even as he's protecting either Cooper Rush or Mike.
Yeah.
And they was doing weird stuff, man. They was doing runs with Mike White, man. It was one of those practices, man, where you could literally hear people in the stands like, what was that? So, and you know, I don't know if y'all heard me say this earlier, but I'm out here with one of the top trainers in the country, Braxton, and he was saying, and we were saying earlier before the show, like, why is even Dallas opening up this particular practice for the fans? Because I said myself, I said myself, if I was an owner, I'm sending 40 scouts out there with Dallas Cowboys shirts, and they go pick apart everything that even might potentially be in the game, and they go break it all the way down. And my boy Ronnie said, "You think they not here?" He said, "You think they not the Dallas Cowboy blue shirts on with big notepads and videos?" Everybody videoing. I mean, literally play by play. You could get play by play today if you wanted to.
Hey, my boy Joe says, he says Cooper doesn't have a heel spur. He has a wallet problem. You absolutely right. And I'm going to be honest with you.
Amen. Wallet problem.
He has a wallet problem.
Yes. Yeah, and see the preparation. So what they getting ready to do is they getting ready to tell Zeke to be a natural. They getting ready to tell Cooper to be natural and Dak to be natural. They finna throw them all out there again with no preparation and say, get it done, boys. And then if it works, they gonna get all the credit. If it don't work, the players gonna take all the blame.
Yeah, but think about this too, right? This is the same Amari Cooper that they said wasn't carted off at practice. No, I'm not letting that go. Because y'all tried to run my name through the mud. It's so funny, man. I should have screenshotted y'all. That's what I should have did. But I ain't that type of dude. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I already put it on the altar. I already gave it to G. Like, literally, my pastor said, if you got an altar against your brother, bring it down. I took all y'all names and put it on the altar. So even though y'all ain't asking West Coast for forgiveness, I'm going to give it to you anyway. You want to know why? Because forgiveness is for me, not for you. So I forgive all y'all who said that West Coast was bringing y'all some fake news about Amari Cooper getting carted off. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that he has not practiced since then?
Hey, man, you got me over rolling. I'm dying.
Isn't it funny? He has not practiced one time since he did not get carted off at practice.
Oh, hey,
it's all good, though. I forgive all y'all, though, because it's all love. I know y'all didn't know me, so it's easy to believe somebody you don't know. I know.
They went after you. Yes.
Yeah, they went after me. Yeah, called me everything but a child of God. Yeah, ooh.
But hey, right now, you got to go get your hand out. Like what you say, take your right hand, put it out.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. Jesus said to turn the other cheek, but at the same time, when you went into his daddy's house and you were selling stuff, Jesus got it popping. He took his belt off and whipped everybody up in there. So even he got tired of y'all stuff sometime. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you just get tired, bruh. You just get fed up, bro. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Everything we do here is free. You know what I'm saying? This dude out here taking off a day of work, you know what I'm saying, to get this knowledge for y'all, to get this information, man. I know this man took off work today to go do this, to go do something free. And then these same fans got the audacity to be like, no, bruh. No, I trust the man who's there. Like, you're paying to be there.
Yes, and I'm telling you, I was sitting out there with my boy. I'm in the truck right now. And I said, bro, look. I said, they not playing Dak with the starters. Didn't I say that? I said, they are not playing Dak with the starters. I said, they not going to play him this preseason or very little. And this is the game in which he's supposed to get a lot of reps. This is where we're supposed to get the most film to get a good window of what we get ready to work with. And it's more than likely not going to happen.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why. Because at the end of the day, like, bro, like, I almost feel like, bro, like, there be times where Jerry Jones make you feel like you're in bamboozle because there's been so many players, so many situations where I've defended the star and told them, no, it is about football. Like, it really is about football. Like, it really is about football. And then I have situations like this, bro, this ain't about football. Like, this ain't about football. This is about Jerry Jones making a point. How does Jerry Jones sell me for 6 months telling me we don't have the money and then you go pay some random totally other dude? And then my thing is this, Jerry Jones, I need you to write it down on paper. How do you get paid in Dallas? So at least we can have an outline. If I'm an agent, that's what I'm asking. How do you get paid in Dallas? Because you can't be a good boy because who can be better than Dak Prescott? So are you literally telling me Dak Prescott needs to go cut his leg off and then heal it back up, sit out for a year, then go play, and then now he'll have Jerry Jones on the stage crying over him? So you're telling me 3 years of production means nothing? Like, this is the thing that scares me about my team, bro. I see this abyss of just like dead space that we're walking in, and it is not because we don't have the talent. The 2000s to 2000 what? 11, bro, we didn't have the talent. We had it at certain positions, but we didn't have the talent, bro. That was the abyss that we were in. Now we're in the abyss because they choose to have us in there, man. We have the talent. How you have us ranked the number two most weapon up team, and you want to pull this crap now? And I'm talking about Jerry Jones. Why? Because Zeke ain't got the ability to pay himself. So I'm just like I gotta put this on Jerry. At the end of the day, Jerry, you're the one who probably got 10 to 12 years to live. Zeke 25. Like, come on, man. Stephen Jones is selling you on this. Jerry, you're immortal, and we will get a Super Bowl some way. Jerry Jones, no, you're not. No, you're not. Rich people die too. Jerry Jones, you need to have a sense of urgency. Get these boys signed. Because I'm going to tell you, these players, one thing they are learning is they're learning to stick together in the league. Not just sticking together in just a team. They're sticking together in the league. You notice how many running backs came out in defense of Ezekiel Elliott? And the only one who was not in defense of him was Emmitt Smith. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm about to light Emmitt up right now. So if you like, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of y'all might not like me after this. I'm just being real. But I got to be real. I got to tell the truth. Emmitt, you did not tell the truth. I will not say you lied. But I will say this. You did not tell the truth when you was on national TV and someone asked you about your holdout. And this is my thing, right? When you put facts out there in the media, you can't get mad when a guy like West Coast who ain't got nothing to do on a Wednesday fact check you. Like, I didn't have nothing to do yesterday, so you can't get mad at me. Like, I didn't have no work to do. Boss Cowboy, he was at work. My kids was at school. What else I'm supposed to do? So I'm looking, and I want everybody to write this date down. September 4th, 1990. September 4th, 1990. Do you guys know what happened on September 4th, 1990? One Emmitt Smith signed a contract for 4 years for $2.4 million. Okay, so if he signed a 4-year contract, that means he would have had to play 90, 91, 92, 93. That means he would have been out of his contract going into 93 into 94. Are we all here now? We okay? Now, I want you guys to learn another date. Remember, September 4th, 1990. Now, think of this date. September 26th, 1993. What did Emmitt Smith do? He signed another 4-year contract for $14 million, I think. Bruh. How did you not hold out? I want to know. If you weren't holding out, Emmitt Smith, were you a free agent? And if you were a free agent, why did you sit out 2 games? Why didn't you just go get a contract from another team? You want to know why? Because you were still on a contract with the Dallas Cowboys. Like, this crap is just getting ridiculous now. Like, some of this stuff that they're putting in the media now is so easy to fact check. All you got to do is go Google. Like, Google. Watch this. Example. Emmitt Smith contract. That's all you got to do. Emmitt Smith contract. You see what's going to happen? Sport Tech's going to come up. It's the first link. Then you're going to go down here. And you're going to go to transactions. And you see right here? Hey, boss, let me get it. See right here? It says right there the date. Actually, I was wrong. It was September 20th. So, Boss Cowboy, between September, from September 4th, 1990 to September 20th, 1993, is that not 3 years?
Yeah.
So, if you were on a 4-year contract, how could you have gotten a deal in the 3rd year?
Oh, it was early.
Oh, so you did get paid early. So why would Emmitt Smith say that he didn't hold out? I don't get that. Why would he say that?
Hey man, let me tell you, I'm gonna be all the way 100 with y'all, okay? This is major propaganda going on that's very highly coordinated, okay? I was actually talking to like a radio station. The guys behind the scenes that's pushing the propaganda actually know what's going on, because I talked to them behind the scenes and off record. Like, they was pushing the narrative this morning. They was saying, you know, I wouldn't pay Dak 40 when everybody knows Dak can ask 40, but they still to push that out there as if he asked it, right?
It was even reported that it was leaked. Josana Anderson reported that the Cowboys leaked that Dak never said that.
Right. And they said
they still hold it against them.
They said on air, yes, you know, he asked for 40. But then they turned around and say, why would you pay a quarterback that when he can't carry the team, right? So what I did is I waited till they was off air, and I said, let me just ask you a question. I heard you say that Dak doesn't carry a team. what is 14 game winning drives if that's not carrying? I said, because you have to throw out of that. That's not Zeke. You don't come back from being behind and win games unless you throw them. I said, isn't that carrying? And they all said behind the scenes, yes. Yes. And then got right on the air and start acting like he wasn't. So it's like, so a lot of this stuff that's actually being played to us is more so to get reactions and ratings. It's not even really about if it's true. And so they don't, and a lot of people don't even care if it's true. Like when one of the guys pulled me to the side and he literally asked my question on the air yesterday. He said, Marcus asked this question, is Jalen being used as leverage against the big three? He asked my question on air yesterday. And they start pushing back against that. But to anybody that's really been watching, because we predicted the West Coast. We said it before it happened. The only thing we said it was more than likely Byron, and we said it was out of Jalen and Byron. But we said what was going to happen with either one of those two. We said it before it was going to happen. All you got to do is go to the show from Monday, and we said it. And we said this exactly. Whoever signs is more than likely going to be before the big three, and they're going to use that person to say that they're a team player over the big three and try to call the other three green. That's exactly what's happening right now. And then what's happening is it's affecting the preparation. And it's bad.
Yeah, and think about this, Jerry. And think about this, bro. Jerry Jones actually told us he was going to do this. Remember when they asked him about the whole stopping the bleeding, and Jerry Jones said that he was going to have to pull something. I like the way you say it, boss. Say it. Go ahead, boss.
Oh, well, he pulled it out of his anatomy.
That's what he said. I got to pull it out of my anatomy. Basically meaning I got to create some leverage and pull it out of my ass. That's my one cuss word of the day.
And see, I was going to say this, man, but you opened up to it and just perfectly segue to it. It's not going to sound appropriate when it come out my mouth, but I'm going to say it like this. You got to be a special type pimp to tell a prostitute what you're getting ready to do, and they still be a prostitute. You know what I mean? So you got to be a special type of hustler to really tell the fans to their face, I'm getting ready to pull something out of my butt, and then do it, and then sell it to us anyway.
Yep.
Doing that. They literally doing it like in our face, and we said this was gonna happen. He actually analogized that bleeding metaphor in talking about the contracts with the big three. That's where the metaphor came from with the bleeding. He said, and Clarence Hill asked him, he said, how are you gonna stop the bleeding? He said, I'm gonna pull it out my you know what. That's exactly what he said. And so now that he's pulling it out as you know what, you got to ask yourself, are you the one that's falling for the story that's coming out of his you know what? You got to ask yourself that. It's not going to happen to me, but is it happening to you? And are you allowing it to be pushed around social media, your friends? Are you allowing them to come out with these stories about Zeke being greedy, Dak being greedy, Cooper being greedy? Are you the one that's allowing it? Because if you allowing it, then you're not allowing yours to matter, and you're the one that's actually the problem because you're saying nothing. And he told you to your face, I'm getting ready to pull this story out of my butt, laughed about it, and turned around and did it. And that's exactly why I said Jerry should get an Oscar when he was talking about, I deserve the right to joke with Zeke. I've earned it. I've earned it.
So basically what he said, you know what he said when he said that, bro? Is he said, I have earned the right because of what I've done to Ezekiel Elliott to treat him and say whatever I want to him. Can I ask you something, bro? In a relationship, does that sound like a healthy relationship? So because of what you've done for me, I have to now
I don't care how your lady cooks for you, West Coast, how your lady cooks for me. I don't care if she washes my back every night. If I say a joke is not funny to me, stop making a joke. Stop it. If I don't like it, it's my feelings, and I can tell you to stop it. The only criticism that I have about the agent speaking out is we need you to speak out more than about jokes.
Thank you. We need you to be on these contracts.
You speaking up about jokes. We don't like the joke. What you should be saying is we don't like how the ball was switched or the bait switched with Todd Gurley being put out there like that was a starting point, and now we receive bail. So now, yeah, don't be tough on the joke. Be tough on the contract, because they should be tough on you in the public.
Yeah, and that's another thing that's I'm like, bro, like pick and choose your battles. Don't battle Jerry Jones with something that can't be proven or something that's emotional, because that's the worst argument to have. Like if you guys notice, like, I'm sorry, like I won't have arguments, I won't have debates or discussions about stuff that can't be proven. If y'all want to sit up, I remember during training camp, everybody wanted to say, Dak, let's talk about who's better between Dak and Romo. I'm like, no. Like, why? How does it benefit this team? Talking about something imaginary. No, talk about something tangible. Talk about the fact that you said that you gave them a top 5 contract, but then you're telling us we all have to take contracts that's going to help the team. How do you go from having a top, how do you go from offering me, well, first off, they changed the number 3 times, because it went from saying that the contract was going to start at Todd Gurley. Then it went, which is a number 1 contract. Then it went from the Cowboys are going to give them all top 5 contracts, which is not Todd Gurley. Then it went to they gave him a contract that's going to be close to Le'Veon Bell. Now it's back to, oh, everybody got to take something that's team friendly. So basically what should be happening is Dak, Zeke, and Cooper's, all their agents need to get together with the Dallas Cowboys and do what I've been saying. Come up with the number that Jerry Jones wants. Because I'm going to be honest with you, he's not looking at these guys as individuals. He is looking at these guys as 3 guys that he needs to get signed under 1 number. That's it. And that's why I said on my video today, man, I got 2 sons and they will not play running back. They won't. My sons ain't playing running back. We're not going to go through all this crap, go through all this, and all this tutelage on your body so that you can get to the NFL and then they be looking for a reason not to pay you. Like a running back, they're trying to draft running backs for 1 contract. That's what they're doing. And that's why the running backs are all collaborating together and trying to change the CBA. That's why I said, man, like, I'm not letting my son be no running back. I'm not doing it at all.
Yeah. Exactly, man. I mean, excellent point. I mean, just, and like to your point on debating the hypotheticals, which is the problem with Zeke's agent, you over here debating a joke, right? Like, literally, West Coast and I had 2 debates on Romo, and we never debated it again. Never. Because it was hypothetical. Nobody can win it. Nobody can win who's better between Dak and Romo. Nobody can do all of that. So I think it's also some issues with the agents right now, that all the agents are relatively quiet while the people that's making the most noise is the front office of Dallas. And I have to sometimes kind of question that strategy. See, because I think agents are used to kind of working in silence, because guess what? Other teams usually work in silence. But when you actually negotiate against Dallas, you got to understand that they're going to use the public. So you got to use the public. See, most agents used to dealing with grubs where they go out there and they debate and fight in private rooms about money. Now, Dallas is going to use their media sources. They're going to use Mike Fisher. They're going to use every resource possible to sway the public to be with them. And that's what I'm not seeing going on with Zeke's agent. I'm not seeing it in Cooper's agent. I'm not seeing the Dak agent. All of them are just too solid. Because you can't go against Dallas, the media, the giant, and not use the media. You can't. And especially, they have leverage because they slipped, in my opinion, on straight hypocrisy and have not got called on it. Like, it would be something that would be great for one of the agents to say, the only thing I've seen agents say is, I didn't say that. Cooper didn't say that. And $40 million didn't come from us. Man, that's all y'all saying? Y'all should be saying way more than that, right? Since they using the public, y'all should be using the public. So it's ball drops going around with their agents too.
Yeah, well, I mean, the ball drops with these agents is the fact that they trying to shadow box with God, man. Like the number I told somebody the other day, man. Like I told somebody the other day, like the number one thing that the number one thing that the devil did is what made the world pretend like he didn't exist. And I'm gonna tell you, the number one trick that Jerry Jones will do with all these young fly whiz guys that think they know what they're doing is to let you think you're just as smart as Jerry Jones. No thing. You're not as smart as Jerry Jones. You're not as smart as Jerry Jones. Yeah. You're not even on the same level as Jerry Jones.
Hey, I want to say one more thing since you brought that up too, because that's a real good thing that you just brought up. See, with Jalen. Jalen just got his business degree, And like you said, he's trying to shadow box with God too. To where he's going in there and he's saying, I want to mix my brand with the Dallas brand. And I heard people on the radio show today saying, that's smart. He's taking his $35 million guaranteed and he's betting on himself with the Dallas Cowboys. Well, let's just really look at this close going forward, because this is going to set a precedent as well. Because y'all just promised that if you take a pay cut, that we're going to reward you in the future. So let's see if Jalen
That's a breach of an NFL contract too, because that's giving outside favors. I don't even know how the NFL didn't step in for that, but whatever.
Yeah, but let me say this though: if they just sign Jalen and be like, "Thank you," but you don't see him as the face of the Cowboys, if you don't see him kind of coming up with all kind of side deals that was obviously from Dallas itself, right? Then you just played yourself, Jalen. Now, if Jerry and Steven actually come through and say, okay, you did a deal with us, so we're going to make you exponentially wealthy going forward.
How would they do that, though? That's still a risk. That's still a risk. Why would you want to risk?
It's a risk. But I'm just saying, since they made all these promises and they went out there and said, if you take a pay cut and you get one of these old rings on your finger, when you have the Dallas brand mixed with you, that makes you wealthy long term. Okay, well, let's see it. Because he sure did take a major pay cut because he was in line to be the top paid linebacker. And you said no because of the Dallas brand. So let's see if the Dallas brand really mixed with you. Let's see. If they don't, you got fooled, brother.
And then think about this, Boss Cowboy. You got to wait until after you retire to even get that money back. So what happens if a situation like, I don't know, you play and then, Zeke, they don't want to re-sign you because you're a 30-year-old a 30-year-old linebacker. Do you still have those same privileges?
Yeah, what happens if you end up being Sean Lee, where you was the hottest linebacker and then they draft the next linebacker to replace you?
Like, do you still get those comps?
Yeah. So I guess if you Sean Lee, if you Sean Lee, I guess that's saying you now finna get ready to be wealthy because you was a Cowboy.
And then explain this to me. How do you go to bed every night knowing that you outplayed a guy and C.J. Mosley got $41 million the day he signed and you got 19?
Yeah, I do understand that part from Jalen's standpoint. I really do get that. Because we coming from the standpoint of never losing millions. Because in my business, I'm in insurance, and I say this all the time. It's so easy to cross-sell life insurance when somebody had a loss.
Yeah, but that's dirty selling though, bro. Someone just died. A lady's husband just died, so you go in there selling burial insurance to her, and because bro, that's dirty business.
Hold on. You said Dallas' most recent offer to Zeke would make him the second highest paid running back behind Gurley. It's not good enough. That's not good enough. They just broke on Bleacher Report that they made him a second offer to make him the second highest behind.
My thing is this, bro. If the numbers are saying Gurley's at 14.37, they're okay with giving him 14.2. Why just give the dude the $500,000 and call it over?
Right.
What is $500,000 times 5? Bro, that's $2 million. Give him that's $2.5 million. Give him the damn money and let's call this crap over. Give him the money.
Yeah, they playing games, and I figured this would happen this week. I said they would use Jalen to go out there first. Now they throwing out team-friendly offers, and they gonna do it to all of them this week. And then them guys gonna turn it down. They gonna use this weekend. To then try to muddy them going into the final week of preseason. And then
you know where we are? We're at that point of D-Law's contract when they said we have an impasse. That's where we are. Because remember D-Law's contract? Everybody else, he's not this, he's not that. And they were fighting over $1 million freaking dollars the whole time. Like now, honestly, if you're okay with paying someone $4.2 million, why aren't you okay with paying them $4.3? Like, this is dumb. That is a difference between $100,000. That's dumb, bro. That's dumb.
That's why I called it a battle between ages. This ain't got nothing to do with football.
Nothing.
This is just trying to get a stroke count. That's why I always call this from the movie Trading Places when he was betting and he said, Mortimer, I bet you $1.
Oh my God! You know, I had a moment the other day, bro. I had a customer the other day, and I had a really big customer. And as soon as I got in the car, I was counting. I was counting up my sales and stuff like that. I was like, and I looked at the camera and I said, Mortimer, we're back.
Yeah. And that's what they do. And this is about ego. This is not about football. This is about, I want to show these agents that I can get them to come on down to a price and we're going to use all our resources to do it. So I'm going to pull shit out my back. And that's where he messed up, man. It's like, you can't tell me you're going to play me till your, like if a woman tell me, Marcus, I'm going to say my real name. Marcus, I'm going to take your money. And I let her take my money, I'm a fool. And I'm no fool. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Jerry basically said. He said that if he would have said in the public, I'm getting ready to go pull this move out my butt. And he literally mentioned a fourth contract coming. Then you sign Jalen and you turn around and start trying to pull that out your butt in their face. Bro.
Yeah, man, and think about this. Think about this. Now they're at that point of the that point of the argument, because this has been more of an argument than a negotiation. Negotiation, you don't take shots and call people and say type of crazy stuff to them. That's not what you do in negotiation. This has been more of an argument. So during this argument, this is the part of the argument where your girl just has to be right. Like, you know how that point where you know, like, where you won and they still try to find that one thing. Yeah, but your socks was on wrong. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They're at that point of the argument now where they're just being petty now. You know what I'm saying? Because Jerry Jones is gonna make the deal. Like, at all y'all folks that keep saying Zeke should just wait an extra year, just slap yourself, man. Just slap yourself, because he's not. And Jerry Jones knows he's not, or if he wouldn't have offered him the second most money for a running back. You know what I'm saying? So with that, let's just stop all that. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel Elliott is going to get paid. And I'm going to be honest with you. Some of y'all that's been talking hella foul, go on Facebook right now and start deleting that stuff. I'm just saying. Start deleting that stuff. Because I would hate for you to be a hypocritical fan talking about all this crap y'all done talked about Zeke, and now y'all be the same ones talking about feed me. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, y'all did that stuff to Dez. Dez never got his get back. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know. I just want y'all to know. I just want to make sure. Make sure you're a real honest person. Make sure you go on social media and delete all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? All that crap that Jerry Jones sold you. Because guess what? If Zeke really wasn't worth it, if they really felt this way about Zeke, they would not be offering him $100,000 less than Ty Gurley. Ezekiel Elliott, you won. He won. So how does that feel? You won, Zeke. He's gonna get his money. And guess what? It's gonna come down to the point where they'll probably pay him $100,000 more than Ty Gurley. But guess what? At the end of the day, Zeke, you won. You won.
Yeah, and they'll give $1 more than wins. You know,
they won.
You know, but one thing my boy just said, Ronnie, that we talked about this yesterday. I'm gonna bring it up on the show. It's divided in the locker room, man, because you got a linebacker that got paid over your quarterback and your running back. That's a divided room. And then it's just weird. Just the whole environment right now. It's the perfect analogy that your dad had about 3 days ago. When he said, when your kids are getting ready to go to school, you don't wake them up at 2 in the morning when their first day of school the next day and say, clean your room. You'll let them make it on that. But what Dallas is doing, they're shaking up their best players right now. And they not allowing them to focus on football. It's a total media mess right now, and they asking them to be tough-minded through it, while they're going to be able to sit back in cozy VIP suites and then evaluate the mess that they made and say, I hope you overcome the mess that we made, y'all.
Yeah, and the cool thing about the game is, man, Now, Jerry Jones doesn't even care about the money. Jerry Jones, in his mind, has to feel like he's right. So now they're arguing about trying to keep him under Todd Gurley, because then he gets to walk around in the owners' meeting feeling like he won.
Exactly.
We didn't pay Zeke. Zeke didn't win. No, he won, bro. He won. He won. You said he wasn't gonna get it, and he's gonna get it.
And see, this is what made your first statement so big. When you said it gets embarrassing to be out here actually going for the Cowboys and saying, no, Jerry puts football first. And he said himself, if you knew what I would give up financially to win a ring, well, here it is. It's right here. All you got to do is write the check. And you got another triplet sitting in your lap, ready to go. Here it is. But see, that shows you that talk is cheap. Because it ain't never been about paying for the Super Bowl. Because you could have paid for the Super Bowl when you was holding out on him. It's about being right with you. That's why it's more about his ego than his money. And it's obvious. And it keeps following him. He keeps falling for the same Jimmy Johnson trick over and over again. He'll get caught in some kind of subtle debate that he got to win to show he's right over doing what's the most prudent for the organization. That's exactly why New England has caught us in Super Bowls and passed us. That's exactly why. Because just like we said the other day, what did they do when they asked about Josh Gordon? Oh, I made a statement about that. I'm not gonna make no media circus about that. Oh, you know what Jerry would have did? Oh, he would have had. Let me. That's what Jerry would have been. He's been such a example. Like, see what New England did is they just worked quietly to get Gordon reinstated. And see, we got the same situation with Gregory, but we make that public. And think about this, and Boss Cowboy, I'm gonna say something, and I know you not gonna like it, but I'm gonna say it, man. I'm gonna say it. Jerry Jones feels that Dak Prescott is good because of. He doesn't believe that he's just good. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Dak's deal's gonna come after these other deals. And if you felt that Dak was good because of him, you pay him. But the reason why they're not going to take a chance and pay Dak unless they have Zeke and Cooper, I'm going to tell you why. Because in their mind, they're thinking if we don't, that's a wasted year. It's a wasted year. Bro, when Zeke gets paid, it's going to be a domino effect. It's going to be a domino effect because if you pay Zeke, bro, then you're really going to be looking at Dak like, what the hell? This dude's been here every day. Every single day. And he got blasted in a meaningless preseason game. I'm the agent now. Let's not forget that, Jerry Jones. Think about this. Dak Prescott, 2 hardest times he ever been hit in his life in football. I'm going to tell you when. That Washington game. And guess what Jerry Jones said after that Washington game? He's our quarterback and we're going to pay him. And guess what? In that preseason game against the Rams, and guess what happened? Dak on the sideline throwing passes. I'm going to tell you this, man. Jerry Jones, man, you have muddied the water up so much, but I'm going to tell you one thing I love about social media is this. Once the deal gets done, it's just like when you get out of jail. You forget all about the bad stuff that's happened. You just so happy you free. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's going to be. Watch. And what I'm hoping, before I get up out of here, Boss Cowboy, is that Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, and Amari Cooper have an immense amount of maturity to put all this behind them and just start the season. That's what I'm hoping, because if these kids is like, if these young men is like my kids, where I'll spank their butt at 3:00 in the afternoon and 6:00 in the afternoon, they still mad at me, and we didn't already went out to eat and got ice cream and some more stuff, then yeah, we might have a small problem on our hands. Like, you're asking for these youngsters to have a ridiculous amount of detachment, where they're going to be able to detach all this crazy crap that y'all been saying about them,
that the fans have been believing about them, tarnishing their name. Dak is this, Dak is a mother, that SOB. I've heard so much stuff about our own players. Now, what are you going to do now that they get paid? What are you going to do? Y'all going to do them the same way you did Dez and just kind of falter back in the background and just say, oh, I never said that? Yeah, bruh. I need to start screenshotting, bruh. I'm serious, bro. I'm going to start screenshotting some of y'all, man. Because some of y'all was just going ridiculous, bro. Like, some of them was just going ridiculous, bro. Like,
you saying some real life truth.
Like, I need to scratch it. Man, I'm serious, man. I know this. I was on the right side of history. Zeke will be able to look all over the internet and be like, dang, that boy West Coast was riding for the boy. Yeah, West Coast was riding for the kid.
Hey,
West Coast boss Cowboy was riding for the kid. We was riding for the kid. You know what I'm saying? Hey, was you riding for him? When the Dallas Cowboys was putting all this crazy crap out about our own players, did you ride for him? Was you on the right side of history? That's something you got to ask yourself. Boss Cowboy, before we get up out of here, man, let them know where you coming from. And I think you got one more thing to say before we leave.
Nah, man, I'm done, bro.
Hey, Boss Cowboy, did you ride for Zeke?
Man, come on, bro.
So, hey, then you ain't got nothing to be worried about. If Zeke go looking through the internet right now.
I'm saying like this, man. I'm gonna be honest. It ain't even about riding for Zeke. You know who I'm riding for? The truth.
The truth.
You know? So
because if Zeke was wrong, we would be saying that.
Right, and that's why I critiqued his agent. Like, if it was just about riding for Zeke, then I would have just been like, all pro Zeke. I'm also critical of their agents because I feel like they're failing. You know what I mean? So it's about just whatever the truth is. And so the truth is, you know, is what we've been riding about. Like, people used to say, you're a Dak rider. No, I'm a truth rider. You know what I mean? And like I was talking to my partner running, he was saying Zeke was like one of the most important. I said, actually, who completed the 3 was Cooper. Like, because, you know, Dak pass rating went about 20 and Zeke average per carry went about 1.5. Is they complete each other? Because that's the truth. It's not about one carrying the other. They all carry each other. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm on the right side of history because I'm on the side of the triplets. And I said this a long time ago, man, that the triplets is way more important than any other asset on the team, including Jalen.
Hey, isn't it funny, man? Like, the Cowboys have been all over the place with their. Now we have offered him a deal. Can I ask a question? If we offered him a deal today that makes him the second paid highest running back, what was the deal 3 weeks ago that they said that would make him just as much as Le'Veon Bell? What was that deal? How do you offer him a deal today that would make him the second paid running back in the NFL, same amount as Le'Veon Bell, if you said you did that 2 weeks ago? See, that's the stuff I'm talking about, bruh.
Hey, man, I just saw something on a report where Steven just said that he has a lot of respect for agents, but he don't respect Ezekiel Elliott's agent. So what's going on is right now is, like you said, man, it's a real big fight about look.
Yeah, but you know what? Also remember, he hated Rock Nation. He did not like Rock Nation. Right, and that's Dez Bryant's agents. He did not like Rock Nation. That was and he actually, when Dez Bryant got signed, he said it was on the agents on why it took so long. It was on Rock Nation.
But I see what Steven is
That's what he
doing.
says. It's always the agent.
See, what I believe that he's doing as a business person, if you can't get the agent to come down, what you do is you make it seem like the agent is the problem so that you can get the player to go override the agent.
Yep, and say, get this thing done.
Yeah. So, like, remember, Parcells used to always say agents are advisors, right? That was one of his 10 commandments. He said agents are advisors. So if you can get the agent to seem like, man, you messing up the deal, then that can get Zeke to go in there and override him and say, hey, man, let's close this out.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you for being on the show. I appreciate everybody to come on here. Y'all already know, man, this is not your normal Dallas Cowboys talk show. We will disagree with Jerry all the time. We'll put him on blast because guess what? Like they tried to do me about a month ago when they said that Amari Cooper didn't get carted off campus, and the Dallas Cowboys used the entire basis of their media to try to make me look like I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. So don't trip. We just returning the favor because all we do is just speak the truth here. Like, that's why I said, like, I'm okay with coming on here and live and giving my opinion and my thoughts every day because I'm only speaking the truth, just speaking what I see. And it's just what it is. So I'm not saying pay Zeke. I'm saying Jerry Jones, be a man of your word and do what you said you were going to do. Period. Get off this bull crap. You telling me you're willing to not have somebody at camp and somebody have someone because think about this. If he's okay with giving him $14 million, we're past the millions of dollars. This is the hundreds of thousands now. We don't have no player on our team that's only making $200,000. None. Everybody's making at least $500K. Well, at least undrafted free agents are making like $380. So, bruh, there's no reason for this not to get done. You are already 14-2, 14-3. Jerry, stop it. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Get a dude to 14-3. Like, this is the thing. Do you want to give him this money and make him feel like you don't appreciate it? Or do you want to give him this money and say, F it, Zeke, you know what, bro? At some point, you're going to have to tell this kid you believe in him. So are we just going to imaginary just go back to loving Zeke one day? Like, come on, man. Let's not be those fans, man. Let's not be those fans. I'm still rocking my 88. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I'm supposed to be saying never look down because the stars up. But man, Jerry, you got me hot right now, man. Get this dude his money and get this crap over with, bruh.
Yeah, bro.
Get this man his money and get this crap over with, bruh. This is dumb.
Because he just pulled a rabbit out his butt yesterday, right? So he got to try to get that time to marinate. So you gonna be mad at me.
Yeah. All right, man. So, hey, man, y'all already know what it is, man. I love it because I'm going to tell you right now, that, like I said, this preseason 3 game is going to tell us a lot. Because if Tony P don't play a lot, then guess what? Zeke is getting his money. And guess what? We can already say it. Zeke won. That's my hashtag from now on. Zeke won. Zeke won. He beat you, Jerry Jones, because at the end of the day, you do need him. That's why you're willing to pay him. So don't be trying to sell no crap. I don't need you. What you mean you don't need me? You came back. How you leave me and then come back? Huh? Boss Cowboy, tell him where you from one more time so I can calm down, please.
What'd you say?
I said, tell him where you coming from so you can tell them where you coming from so they can find you so I can calm down.
I went to the barbecue shop today and I ain't even tell you, man. You just have to find and look it up.
There you go. Hey, man, let you, man. You can find him at the local barbecue shop, man. It's real business right here. And he got a little barbecue on his shirt. So guess what? That's that real barbecue. Jose says, okay, but it has nothing to do with the negotiations.
Barbecue. That's where you can find the real life.
Hey, but I already know. But hey, man, you need to let's see that barbecue shop want to sponsor the show, man. That'd be a good place to have a show. They got good internet too. Hey, you already know what it is, man. Never look down because the star is up. Hey, Zeke won.
All right, G.
Oh, where are all them haters at, man?
I'll call you when I leave.